Hey guys, Streaming Rack War Veteran here, back with a quick video. This is going to be a little something a little different. I know so many people have been sitting there thinking that, I'm not a veteran because they
Hello,
think it's
everyone.
funny.
We've got our
And I basically wanted to show you the area where I was in Iraq, which it all looks different on this map right now. But once I can get past this stupid commercial of Joe Biden that I don't give a
back.
fuck about. Alright, let me pop out this chat. They don't need the video, just in case anybody comes in. But this is what they called Balad Air Force Base, or just Joint Base Balad, or some shit like that. Anyways, there's a main section of Balad, Iraq. We were mainly here. When you land and come in from Kuwait, everybody came in through here. You would land with a C-130 Hercules over here, and people would get out. Um, It totally looks different now on this map compared to when I was there. I don't know how to change the dates or anything, so I'm not really going to be concerned with that. Um, I think I want to say I was like in this section mainly, but I can't quite see the bunker that was near us, and that unless that was it, that might be it right there. There was a really shitty ass bunker near us. We were near some buildings because we'd eat and stuff like that, and I think they had all of the like trailer mobile type homes that I got towards the end of the year and a half that I was there. Like I said, it's been quite a while. This doesn't look like anything like it was when I was there. There was no pool. Yeah, I'm definitely sure we were here. Somewhere's in this general area right here because the track was always near us. The pool was not there. That's something they did well after I left. Um, I want to say like this was the PX, I think, and you had like one or two other stores, and that was it when I was there. Even though this whole area had a lot of room in it, I personally there wasn't much there when we were there because we were the first ones over there. These might be those Connex type home things getting ready to be shipped back or something. I don't know. But I think we were either here or somewhere's in here because I remember, like I said, there was a bunker that some people stayed in. We stayed in a tent, unfortunately. The people there before us actually got that, which it wasn't much better. If you got hit by a mortar, that thing was crumbling anyways. Um, what else can I think about saying? This is basically your motor pool area, which is where they had vehicles stored in there, I think, and here. We had the responsibility when we weren't out on missions to everybody took turns on securing this entrance. It even looks like they took the wall down all the way around the place because it was all walled off. And they limited the number of entrances and exits. I think it was one entrance and one exit. I'm not sure if they were both on the same side or not. But yeah, I think we were over here. Sorry, I can't zoom in any better. I don't know why the maps aren't better over here in Iraq off of Google Maps. But this was we were getting struck with mortars on a daily basis. Here's another bunker, so it may be even been over here. I know I was sleeping near it, and that wasn't concrete, so I don't think that that one was it. It was somewhere in this area. I'm certain on that, very close to that track, because we never had to walk very far to that, and I didn't have very far of a walk to get to the PX. But like I said, there was no pool. I can't remember who came when we were there. I think wrestling came, and they always held the events when WWE came in this arena thing, whatever the hell it is. But that's where they held it because it might have been a, not really arena, maybe a small track or something. But there was the grandstands there. It wasn't very big. But that's where they would always go when they had their events for the troops. What else can I remember? I know further down, like towards this end, is where the maintenance guys would be and shit, like the 88 mics and crap like that. Looks like can't if I could zoom in better with this map. I think this is all Iraq stuff now. I don't think this is any of our equipment. That might be some of our stuff because that looks like the camouflage netting that they like putting up for the TOC, which is the Tactical Operations Control. But the one I was using wasn't that far away. It was in good walking distance, so ours was more like I think ours was here because all the officers and shit took up these buildings and that one, so everybody else was in tents all around until they started getting those mobile type those little small storage like Connex type things that had an air conditioning and they had 4 sets of double bunks in them, bunk beds. I wish they would have done that a long time ago because it fucking sucked. The heat was horrible, 140 without the damn humidity. Another thing I can remember is I think the Q-36, which was the smaller of the two uh, radars, which is Q-36 and Q-37. I think the Q-36 was down here, and I think the Q-37. I think it was pointing that way. The Q-37 was up this way somewhere, maybe over here or over this way. I don't remember exactly. Ugh. And I know we were a ways back because we never, when we were just relaxing or if we weren't doing as much, we could never really see the planes coming in all that well until they got close and then landed because those C-130 Hercules would take off very quickly. There is still some military there because that's a bunch of helicopters. Since those are double bladed, those have to be the Chinook. I don't know if these are Apaches or Blackhawks. These ones are smaller. Not sure what those are. I don't know why they're lined up like that. Maybe they're getting ready to leave at this point. It seems awfully weird because there's no tents or anything unless they're staying here. Might still have some over this way, it looks like maybe. But it's nothing like it used to be when I was there. That's a lot of helicopters all the way down the damn runway. Seems kind of weird. Even up here where it gets a little blurry for whatever reason. Ugh. Oh, you know what I hated so much when I wasn't down here. These mosques, they would always blast that music so loud in the morning. I understand it's their religion and that's how they do things, but holy crap, it was annoying. 299th engineer, somebody put that there company. Yeah, there was a lot of companies in here, not just engineers. Oh, there's a C-130 Hercules. There must be still some there. Whenever this map was, anyways. But that's how you'd always get there. Ugh. If you didn't drive up from Kuwait, because you'd land first in Kuwait, you'd be there for like at least a few weeks, maybe even a month. And then you'd go to Iraq. You'd come over from, if you didn't have to drive anything, you would end up taking a C-130. And I can't tell. Probably turned back on, didn't it? Labels off. I don't need the labels. They don't help anyways. Can't tell of much other because, like I said, because frickin' see, yeah, those it must be in this point taken over by civilians because those are not military planes. I don't see why the military would have something like that there. Yeah, this mostly has to be all civilian stuff. I know the whole time we were also training Iraqi military here to take over the duties eventually when we're done. So maybe it's all Iraq people now. Who knows? Here's a funny fact about civilians in Iraq. You never want to, if you're left-handed, you never want to shake uh, an Iraqi with your left hand because they consider that a major insult. You know what? That must be military because there's a jet. That's an F-16. Um, but they consider that a major insult because they only use one square of toilet paper if they have it. They use one square of toilet paper, wipe their butthole with their finger, and then take the toilet paper and wipe their finger off. It's like, yeah, after I learned that, I never fucking shook a hand of an Iraqi person ever, because just because of how dirty they are. I mean, granted, they're in a third world country. Their ways are different. Oh, you know what these are? These are the the drone. What the fuck was that called? So this is where the Air Force was probably. Fuck, I can't remember the name of the drone. But that's the big drone, not the little one. Damn, can't remember. But I got to see those in flight too, so that was really cool when I was over there. What else can I find over here? More helicopters. It was definitely different. I wasn't in a very good mindset through a good portion of this, but I made it home even more fucked up than I was when I went in. Because it's horrible. You know, we're getting this area is part of the Triangle of Death in Iraq. Let me turn the labels back on. But basically, there was a Triangle of Death. I should have looked it up, but that's all right. Um, I think it was like all through here, and that was the most striked area with mortars. So we got hit by mortars every single day, multiple times, and at night. And it's a horrible thing to sit there and get used to that, so you can actually sleep somewhat and, fall asleep and then never really knowing if you're going to wake up in the morning. It wasn't pleasant. I guess being as busy as we were all the time for that year and a half, it kind of helped in its own way to keep you from thinking too many stupid things. Because when I was there, um, I don't remember where I was. It was an area that was more dirt like this because there's no desert, by the way. It's like moon dust, we called it. One of the guys in my platoon at the time, when I was a striker brigade, um, ended up purposely shooting himself in the foot with an M16, actually an M4, which is another version of an M16 but portable or more portable. Um, and because he was tired of everything and he couldn't take it, and he ended up, like I said, shooting himself in the foot. But the thing is, when you sign a military contract, if you end up doing something like that, how they look at it is you're damaging government property. Because when you sign up for the military, you're basically government property until they're done with you or your time is up. So that person ended up, after he got out of the hospital, he went to jail for quite a while in Fort Leavenwood, Texas. But I figured let me see if I can actually look at that. Google of death. Iraq. Here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. Image. Yeah, this is the best picture. But if you look, I wish I could make it bigger. But this is the area, and Balad is like over here, and it was like a hot spot where we constantly be shot at, and it sucked. It really really sucked. But that was a hot spot for always getting shot at. So if you ever want to look up that, here's another way to look it up: Sunni Triangle. It's we call it the Triangle of Death on the map because that's basically what it was. We were getting shot at all the damn time. Here we go. Here's a bigger picture for you. You can see where Balad is. That's the air base where I was mainly at. And Saddam was somewhere found up here in Tikrit in his little spider hole. We went to Baghdad a lot. All this area was a major hotspot for problems. So, but that's where I was. And it wasn't easy, and it's still not. I still have a lot of problems to this day. And I know there's going to be people that are going to make fun of this, so I might end up just not allowing comments for this video. I get all the time, jerks sitting there saying that I'm not a a veteran and all this other bullshit just because they think it's funny to try to piss somebody off. Alright guys, I'm Streaming Iraq War Veteran, and I figured I'd share a little bit of information with you just so you could see what I've been up to, or what I was up to. So basically, if I turn, yeah, labels are on. So it was something like, where's Baghdad? It's something kind of like way like this. This is a whole hotspot area. This area, basically in the middle, is the hotspot area where the Triangle of Death was. Yeah, really quick, funny story. In Baghdad, the women liked the men, like the army guys, so much there, and the Marines, any military that was in there. There was one of the areas, I don't remember what it was because look how congested this place was, but every single morning, the people that there was some military that were stationed here, and every morning this lady would come out on her second story balcony and get changed in the morning right in front of all the frickin' military guys that were out there. So she would end up purposely getting naked, and then it was just funny. I never saw it personally, but people, all sorts of people, word got out a lot. It was kind of funny. All right, guys.